live on DAZN worldwide May 18th. The fight of the century. Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Tyson Fury looks to reign as king of the division. But Alexander Usyk is undefeated and coming for the crown. For the first time in over 20 years, all the belts are on the line. Ring of Fire, live on DAZN worldwide, May 18th.
How are you, mate?
How are you?
Oh, hello.
Day of Reckoning was something very, very special. We all enjoyed it. So much went on, though, behind the scenes that you guys didn't see. And there's a little snippet from a documentary that was made to almost remind us of just how good Day of Reckoning was.
Is the power and the speed still there? Can he be the wrecking ball that he was once in his career?
Every fight has consequence. There is so much on the line.
So many world champions, so many contenders. Everyone is fighting for something. It's the greatest fight card, I would say, in the history of the sport.
I was at a weigh-in for a fight, and my phone was pinging and pinging and pinging and pinging.
There's been a lot said about me meeting with Eddie Hearn for the first time.
Two top promoters in the UK have never even met.
I like to rack my brains. I'm like, has that ever happened? It's never happened.
Well, basically, everyone hates each other.
This has been a coming together. This has been a light bulb moment.
Fight cards like this just do not happen.
10 boxers from the top 15. That's extraordinary.
There's such a collection of characters. The boxing world is talking about it. There's such a buzz for this show.
AJ posted the other day and said, the lion in the circus. And that's what it is. It's a heavyweight circus.
Let's go, let's go. No fucking for me Saturday night. Let's get down to business.
Shut the up. Even though it's going.
This is what's gonna make you or break you.
Flames, bro!
Every baby has a daddy, and I'm gonna beat you like I'm your daddy.
I always say don't blink, because you just don't know what's gonna happen. When it happens, bam, baby, good night.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Right hand from Parker, and now the right hand lands from Wilder.
It's the craziest card ever. It's not supposed to be this good. Everyone is fighting for something.
We have not seen this for decades.
It was time for everybody to get together.
When you didn't think it could get any better, it gets better.
December 23rd changes the landscape and the course of heavyweight history. I know how to fight, and I'll fight to win.
That feels so long ago, Day of Reckoning. It feels ages ago. It really does. How good was that, though, Day of Reckoning? That was fantastic.
It was brilliant. I mean, it was a fabulous show. I mean, we all enjoyed it. Some great nights boxing. And here we are again. Here we are going again with another great show.
Here we are again, Eddie. That was good, though, Day of Reckoning. You made your debut in there as well, your acting debut.
No, Eddie, to be honest with you, I mean, you are, I've seen a lot of people in Hollywood. You are everywhere.
I'm everywhere.
I mean, I didn't know if it was the Day of Reckoning or the Addy show. I mean,
Addy Oladipo show, that's what they're calling it. The Addy What we have there, though, is the Beterbiev and Bivol show. That was an interesting press conference.
Yeah, listen, I thought, just to spice it up a little bit, I don't really like him, to be honest with you, Beterbiev.
No?
I think he's arrogant, rightfully so, because he's incredibly dangerous and he really believes in himself. But at the same time, we're here to talk about the fight.
Yeah.
And I just said to Dimitri after the head-to-head, I said, excuse my French, I won't say the word, I said, let's him up.
Yeah.
Let's take him to school.
Yeah.
Because I really want to beat him. Because I thought Callum Smith was going to do the job. He wasn't good enough. Yard wasn't good enough either, unfortunately. And that shows you how good Beterbiev is. Bivol's special. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be a tough, tough, tough fight. And so it should be for the undisputed championship of the world.
Indeed. I mean, to Eddie's point there, Frank, I mean, they do need to realise they do need to sell it as well, don't they? It's an opportunity. It's the world's media here. I mean, people come from far away. If you are Beterbiev, I know that he's quite stoic in his demeanour, but he's got to say a bit more.
Look, I absolutely agree with everything that's being said there, but you know what? He's one of those guys who does his talking in the ring.
And he does do it.
And he's got the most perfect record in boxing. 20 fights, 20 knockouts. You know, he's something extra special, in with another extra special fighter. And we all know these guys backwards in the UK because they've beaten our best.
I'm about to say that, right? You're right.
Between them. They beat our best
Smith.
fighters between them. So you've got something extra special. You know, Eddie's done a brilliant job with Bivol, bringing him through as his top rank as well with Beterbiev. But I just think you've got a very extra special fight there. 4 belts on the line. And I was watching, I'm a bit of a neutral watching it, so I'm watching the 2 guys in the face. And I've got to tell you something, if we hadn't said stop, they'd still be doing it. And if you come back tomorrow morning, they'd still be on the stage, you know, not blinking and not moving. It's, you know, this is going to be something extra.
It was actually spicier than I thought in that respect.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when Beterbiev said to Bivol, he knows. It just sparked a little bit of aggravation, I think, in Bivol. And the head-to-head was interesting, deep in the souls of that one.
I just wonder if Beterbiev, they were in the same Russian amateur team. Beterbiev was a senior, Bivol was a junior. And I wonder if he still looks at him like that. Like, I'm the senior man around here, you're the junior guy.
Well,
maybe.
He may in his way think that, but I mean, what's he, 39? The other one's 32, 33?
33, I think.
33.
Bivol, yeah,
that's a big age gap, especially as a young man. And he'll obviously respect him. But having said that, he's done everything that you can do as a fighter.
He certainly has.
And I'm sure deep down there'll be a lot of respect also from Beterbiev to Bivol.
All right, anyway, enough of the niceties. We're here for 5 versus 5, the announcement. It's all going to come up on the screen behind us very, very shortly. You guys have done your 5 versus 5. The world's media have been rumoured and circulating about who the 5 versus 5 is. Are you both very happy with your 5 choices? No names yet, but are you happy, Eddie, with your 5?
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, they are all 50-50 fights. I mean, you could argue 60-40, I'm sure
in which way?
The
Matchroom, Queensberry?
Yeah, no, for our respective teams.
Okay. Yeah.
But every fight, and that is why this card is so special. I mean, you've got Beterbiev, Bivol at the top, and then you've got 5 pure 50-50 fights. I mean, 2 thrilling heavyweight fights, a world championship fight, a big domestic fight. You know, an England versus America. I mean, it's just, you know, we were debating it. I fancy our guys, he fancies his guys. You know, it's going to be, I think they should strap us up with a heart monitor on the night.
Yeah.
Because one of us could go over. You know?
Frank, happy with your 5?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we picked them for. We picked them, look, every fighter we picked, we picked them because we think they will win. Because, you know, Eddie don't want to lose, I don't want to lose, and none of the fighters want to lose. But I do think we've got a very, very strong team. He's got some really good fighters as well on his team, but I generally think that we're going to...
What I want, I don't want a clean sweep, I want a tie break. I want it to almost be 2 apiece and then the final fight be the one.
We said earlier that we think all 5 fights could end inside the distance. Yeah. We really do, you know, and you know, I was actually looking at the lineup. There's a real good feeling amongst the team where they want to win.
Yeah.
You know, I went over Regent's Park this morning at 8:30 to run with one of our fighters who's in the 5v5. That's how much we're put. I'm saying, get out of bed, get training. We can't lose this. And they're loving it, Addy, as well. They've been, wait till you see the promo that drops later. I mean, if me and Frank don't get a Hollywood part after this, we're giving up for good. You know?
Yeah, a bit of an Emmy or BAFTA nomination.
And I was just coming back from Regent's Park, having done my bit. Hey! We're up early. The early birds. Yeah, we're on the early birds. No, look, this has got excitement all over it. It's competitive. The fighters, you know, they're all up for it. Both teams really want this because they're representing themselves and their respective promotional companies. So this is you know, I can't think of anything like this one. You say the main event is a marvellous fight, and then you've got this going on underneath it.
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to know what the 5 versus 5 is. Don't text me, don't message me, I'm not letting you know. It's very much world level. Would you continue to do something like this at British and European level back home?
We were just saying with Bunsey, 5v5 could have been 10v10, easy. Yeah. You know, on so many more levels, not just domestic level, but world level as well, world championship fights, and I'm sure it will continue to evolve. It's really grabbed the imagination of the fight fans with the picks and the weight classes, and there's still a lot for the concept to evolve. But you will see on the night, it's just brilliant. And like I say, the fighters have really embraced the format as well. They want to win for their respective teams. You know, always with these incredible Saudi Arabia events, the promotion, the promos, the documentaries, it's massive for these guys, it really is.
You both have big stables. You must have upset a lot of fighters who didn't get the cut.
Well, it was determined by the weights to start with, and we made our choices, and they are what they are, and we stick by them, but there's going to be other opportunities. I mean, like Eddie's going to want the rematch anyway after we beat
the rematch.
So there's going to be plenty of opportunities to do this.
There certainly will be. No time to respond to that, Eddie, because big fight this weekend from the Barclays Centre is Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Here's a quick reminder of what you can expect.
We had great fights with amateurs, no doubt. We need to fight. Hey, we're good fighters. Let's fight.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, April 20th, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia.
These two have been going back and forth since the amateur days.
Two generational talents, the world at their feet.
Let's make the fight happen now.
This one is going to be a grudge match.
Set to ignite. Devin the Dream Haney, living the dream. Multiple world champion, undefeated.
I am the man. It's time for me to show the world how great I really am.
Ryan Garcia, lightning fast, explosive, unmissable, going all in.
This is the year I shocked the world.
A world championship is on the line, but only one can wear the crown.
This is something that comes along every now and then in generation. I'm telling you, it's special.
This one ounce. Live on DAZN Worldwide, April 20th.
You want a real fight? You can fight me.
It isn't just about the fight on Saturday anymore. With these big events, now it's about the week. Media workout on Wednesday, Gleason's gym. That one, I will be there for that. I'm hopping on to my private jet, and I'll be in New York very soon. Press conference on Thursday, then weigh-ins. Fingers crossed, both make weight. No problems on Fridays. Then, as you guys know, showtime on Saturday. Good fight.
Yeah.
Good fight. Good that one, isn't it?
Really good fight.
Don't talk to him.
Nah, yeah.
Don't talk to him.
Oh, come on, guys.
We got the
we're
not going.
Come on, we're a team. It's a good fight, though, isn't it? Just because,
really good fight.
I guess the question marks about it is, where's Ryan? I think we know where Devin's going to be. I think we all know how good Devin can be. That's the case of, will Ryan turn up?
Was all this a ploy for Haney to take his foot off the gas? I don't know.
You're very conspiracy theorist.
Well, a little bit.
I see what's going on.
Hanging around with Barry.
Is that what it is?
Yeah?
Is that what it is?
What's going on here? But either way, it's a lot of energy to waste. I don't think it'll have any effect. I think, if anything, I got a feeling that Devin Haney this week will get in the head of Ryan Garcia.
You know, Devin Haney, I just want to give him his plaudits here, because I don't think he gets enough. Devin Haney's 25. He's had 31 fights already, which in today's boxing world is quite a lot. And you look at the people that he's fought. Abdullayev, when Abdullayev was unbeaten, Gamboa, Regis Prograis, Jorge Linares, Vasily Lomachenko, Kambosos, Ryan Garcia. That's solid. That's really solid.
And he's done it, he's done it all by doing the things correct way. You know, he went to Mexico to learn his trade, for instance. You know, he's done it from the small hole, so that's why he appreciates him, and that's why he won't take his foot off the gas. He won't take his eye off the prize, because he's done it the right way, the proper apprenticeship way, and also he does everything correct.
All right, all the build-up, as I say, to Haney versus Garcia fight week. Kate Abdo's in the building, by the way. She's actually behind. Can you see Kate? Can you see the again interview? She's obviously part of fight week as well. Fantastic to have Kate on board. All right, 5 versus 5. The announcement is coming very soon. I can see Josh Denzel getting ready. This is it. This is it. We're going to find out who the 5 versus 5 is.
Cannot wait.
It's exciting, isn't it?
I'm
hearing they're going to come out with masks. I think this is true. Is this true? I'm hearing that they come out in masks, and then it's going to be a case of unveiling.
There you go.
It's going to be a case of them unveiling themselves live TV, ladies and gentlemen. But it is exciting, isn't it? This is what we want. Boxing needs exciting things to happen.
And I love the weights that have been chosen here.
Yeah.
That's why, again, for me, it is very exciting. You know, the two heavyweights. Who are they going to be? Who are they going to be? I mean, look, it's the marquee division in world boxing. The way that the heavyweight division is playing out at the minute, there's so much up for grabs here. You know, I'm intrigued by those two fights. There is so much here. And then you just hearing of Frank and Eddie there as well. They do not want to lose this. You know, there's been the back and forth before. There is now a friendship. The respect's always been there, but they don't want to lose this. Imagine. Can you imagine if Eddie beats Frank?
Yeah.
he's never going to hear the end of it.
No. I mean,
Until
Eddie will do podcast about it forever. He'll have a T-shirts made, and I mean, ones that he fires off in the Matchroom shows. Eddie beat Frank. No.
I think either one will get a plane over the other one's house with a banner. Beat you, sucker.
Something. But look, in terms of sort of excitement for the division, I mean, again, look, what we've seen in Saudi Arabia has been unprecedented in terms of depth of cards, right? I mean, incredible cards. But this is almost something different, isn't it? Because you didn't need to do this. I mean, you look what behind Beterbiev versus Bivol didn't require this type of undercard because it's such a special fight anyway. But now you got this.
Yeah. But you can make fights and then people can pull out for whatever reason. But in this thing, they weren't making fights. You were just saying this is the weight, and then almost fighters had to bid to their promoter to get on the bill. I mean, that's the difference. The fighters had to beg to get on the bill. I think it's a different scenario there.
Yeah, no, agreed. We just showed you a bit of Haney Garcia. Obviously, look, fantastic fight. There's been so much going on behind the scenes in that fight, in making that fight between Devon, between Ryan. Here's 40 days for a snippet of just the explosiveness of Ryan versus Devon.
All of this is a story that winds and twists, heightens and builds, and pits the savant against the showman, right back where they started, opposite each other, inside the square circle, as their rivalry looped closest on April 20th.
Me and Devon, we had a long history in the amateurs. We've been fighting since we were 7, 8 years old. This time it's for the WBC Championship title bout. Everything's on the line for this one for sure.
Consider this bout different in every conceivable way. Different for the familiarity in play. The 6 previous meetings, all in the amateurs, this duel currently split at 3 wins apiece.
Ryan, he was my biggest rival in the amateurs. It was only a matter of time.
Different also in styles, featuring Devon the Dream Haney, the most technically proficient boxer on earth, and Ryan Garcia, king of quickness. That savage left hook forever aimed at suspect chins.
He can take an ass whooping, but can he take an ass whooping with 8-ounce gloves? We'll see if he can weather the storm.
It's boxing's Game 7. Stakes higher, more visceral, dizzying.
That's what all this is about. Number 7, the one that matters, the one that's for all the marbles.
That's the story of 2 paths that shaped the other, 2 rivals, and what they charted since diverting.
We were on a collision course since birth, it felt like.
Despite the contrasts, both men want the same thing: to win this fisticuffs Game 7 and take control of one of boxing's most stacked divisions.
I don't care about Ryan. I care about greatness. Ryan is just in my way. He's a guy that I got to step on.
Which leads to one final difference. In the case of the savant versus the showman, both might want the same thing, but doing it is another thing entirely.
By the way, all 3 episodes of that are right now available on platform. You can watch it as well on YouTube. That's 40 days. Devon Haney versus Ryan Garcia. I've watched all 3 episodes. Fantastic. Honestly, really is good to get an insight as to what both camps are like. I think those kind of things are so important because if you're a fight fan, you just don't know, do you?
Yeah,
you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and you almost want to see a lot of what goes on behind the scenes.
Look, we see a lot of the insight. We see a lot of what goes on. We're lucky to be in this world, but if you're at home and you get to sort of, you get to see what a camp's like at that level, what it means to each fighter, what they're going through, and yeah, it's a brilliant watch. Just quickly, you named who Haney had fought. I think Haney's that good that he's going to look unbelievable on Saturday. I think he's going to win this in spectacular fashion.
Well, so do you think he's, and it's a very deep division, so be careful with your answer, but do you think he's the best 140-pounder then? I mean, bear in mind, Matthias,
again, similar to when we see him at
Lopez
pound for
is there. There's
pound.
quite a lot in that division.
Yeah, he's that good though. Like, for what Barry said, the reasons, he does everything so well. He doesn't offer many mistakes. He's punch perfect.
Is he elite at anything? So
Yeah.
is he 10 out of 10?
Yes.
What?
Yes. His patience is his patience,
Yeah.
and his jab is superb because he's aggressive with it. He steps back with it. His judgment of the distance, those things that he controls the space between you and your opponent, which is the most important space. He controls that superbly. We've seen it against Kambosos. He couldn't do it against Lomachenko, but Lomachenko's an all-time great talent. But against everyone else, he's been able to control that. Against Regis Prograis, he turned into the puncher because he controlled that space. Him and Teofimo Lopez, they need to fight each other to find out who's the best at that division.
That's the one, isn't it?
That's the one.
That's the one. And those guys have done the face-to-face. They've done it before. They were supposed to meet at 135 pounds. Didn't happen. Could they meet at 140? But obviously Devin Haney has work to do to take some Ryan Garcia this Saturday. And it is live on the Zone. You probably just heard Dev behind me there. Tell everyone to take their seats because we are that close from this 5 versus 5. Josh Denzel getting his lungs tested on the mic as well. This is it, isn't it?
This is it.
This is it.
I'm desperate to find out who the fighters are. We're going to find out.
I think we are going to find out. I think this is it, you know. We are.
Hello and welcome to a Riyadh season original. This is a never been seen before concept. 5v5. Matchroom against Queensberry. Frank against Eddie. And let me tell you, I can't wait. Now we would, at this time, like to thank our hosts and those that have made this groundbreaking event possible. The custodian of the 2 holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman. And the chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, His Excellency, Turki Al Sheikh. Why are we here? This is a rivalry that runs deep. It spans generations, passed down from father to son, a rivalry born even before their foray into boxing. In the early 1970s, Frank and Eddie Hearn's father, Barry, butted heads in business, delivering pool tables and machines into pubs across the capital, and it only got bigger from there. From there, with the help of their sons, of course, Eddie, grew into the biggest and most recognizable boxing promotional outfits this country has ever seen. With Matchroom Boxing, Queensberry promoting some of the biggest fighters throughout their careers, biggest names in the sport, such as Nigel Benn, Ricky Hatton, Prince Nassim Hamed, Canelo, Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua, just to name a few. This rivalry no doubtably grew and grew and grew, and potentially can be settled when they pit their best, all thanks to the visionary ideas of His Excellency, Turki Al Sheikh. Now, before we get into it, I want to break down some of the rules of this 5v5 because we have a bespoke set. Now, both Frank and Eddie had the chance to pick 2 weight divisions each for their fighters to be contested in. And the final weight category was picked by His Excellency, Turki Al Sheikh. Now, we're going to find out very, very soon who will be representing Team Matchroom and Team Queensberry. Now, the rules are a little bit different here. We're going to get 1 point for a decision win. We're going to get 2 points for a ref stoppage or TKO. A draw is no points. And as a kicker, both captains' scores will be doubled. And Eddie and Frank are going to pick their captains, so it's better to go for broke. Now I've done enough speaking. I think it's time to hand over to our MC for the day, Dev Sani, to introduce some of these fighters.
Okay, if the fighters can please come and take their seats. You're going to enjoy this, ladies and gentlemen. There's something very special about what we're about to see. Never been seen before. The fighters will now come up here and take their seats.
It's a Riyadh season original. And original is definitely the word that comes to mind. This could be a movie. Now I think it's time, Dev, to bring in the two men, their head honchos. Why this fight is happening. You can see them behind me. I think it's time we bring them in, right?
I agree, Josh. I think it's time. It is now time to welcome to the stage the man with perhaps the loudest mouth in boxing. You may recognise him from the front cover of Men's Health magazine or from the 400 YouTube interviews a day. Proudly representing Brentwood, Essex, please welcome the chairman of Matchroom Boxing, Mr. Eddie Hearn.
You're looking very smug, Eddie. Confident.
All right, now let's welcome to the stage the Hall of Fame boxing promoter who has spent over 40 years promoting the biggest stars and fight nights in the UK. You may know him for his no-nonsense approach, and he may have even asked you to do him a favour. Proudly representing Islington, London, please welcome the chairman of Queensberry Promotions, Mr. Frank Warren.
The governor's in town. I've got to say, boys, you both look very confident. I've never seen so much teeth from both of you.
Well, you've got to believe in what you're doing, and we believe in what we're doing with our team. We've got the team here. All will be revealed soon.
There we go. Listen, I started off and I briefly touched on this rivalry and how long it's been going on, the fact that it stretches through generations, but I think who better to ask than you two? Eddie, I'm going to start with you. Where did it start?
Well, I mean, many decades ago. You know, you were talking about fruit machines and billiard halls. I mean, even before they were recognised names, there was almost a rivalry. Even growing up as a kid, 9, 10, 11 years old, I'd hear the name in the house. Wasn't always the most pleasant conversation, but they were on the phone arguing and they were rivals. And I think the rivalry has been great for British boxing. You know, it's enabled the sport to grow. And, you know, Frank, same as my old man, same as me, we like to win. Yeah. And we don't like anyone else to win. And, you know, it is actually quite remarkable as we talk every week and we meet multiple times with His Excellency, that it has actually taken this long for us to work together, or even to speak. I mean, you're talking about 13 or 14 years where we never spoke. And it's not good for the sport of boxing. The rivalry's good, the competition's good, but now we take it to another level with events like this. And, you know, people talk about coming together for financial gain. Of course, we're running a business. But we come together because of the vision of His Excellency, who basically slapped us both round the ear and said, what on earth are you doing? Because he couldn't quite understand why you wouldn't want to make the biggest fights. Why wouldn't the two biggest promoters in the world want to work together and give fans the matchup? Now we've got the rivalry, the team concept. I mean, I went backstage, I bumped into this lot. They were going to lynch me. I mean, this is serious. We have to win. And although we're friends now, we're not really. I want to absolutely destroy Queensberry on June the 1st, as I said. And we will be there on the night, you know, beating our chests, willing our guys on. And these are massive fights for our guys. You've got world championships, you've got huge heavyweight dust-ups, you've got big domestic fights, you've got career-defining and ending fights. And one thing that I know that we do share in common is we love our fighters, and we want them to win desperately. And this five I've got here, I'm very confident we'll do the business in Riyadh.
Fighting words early on in the presser. Frank, was it the same for you? Was the Hearn name, he shall not be named? Or was it always that deep?
We were partners for a while. We did a breakaway snooker thing, Barry and myself, many, many years ago. And so very briefly, we were partners. And we did actually speak quite a few times over the 14 years, I've got to be honest. Those calls you were getting in the middle of the night, they were from there. No, this is, you know, there is a natural rivalry, we get that. We both love the sport, we both want to win, because as Eddie says, we're competitive. We both feel for our fighters. We pick the weights and the teams that we feel will make sure that will happen. And through His Excellency, you know, so much has happened since October, since that first fight in October with Tyson and Ngannou. And I said it would be a game changer, and I underestimated that. It's been a double game changer. It's been nothing like this. And this is a Riyadh season original on the 1st of June. This is something, you know, things like this, well, I can't even remember anything like this ever happening in boxing. So I think this will be the first of, hopefully be the first of many of these encounters. And I mean, and I'm sure Eddie will want another one, you know, for a rematch to try and get his own back after we wipe the floor with him. But this is going to be something special. It's going to be a fabulous night's boxing on a card that has 4 belts on the line. 4 belts on the line, 2 undefeated fighters that we just spoke about in the previous contest. And this, I mean, don't get any better. You're a fight fan, you're in fight heaven. This is something that, you know, people will talk about in years to come. And we want to win it. Eddie's team want to win it, his fighters want to win it, we want to win it. We're all competitive. Everyone's competitive. You know why? Because it's called the fight game. There's winners and losers, and we are not and don't want to be the losers. Everything's on the line here. So June 1st, watch it, because you're going to see something extra special.
Frank, it didn't feel that long ago, Eddie, that we were on this very stage and we were talking about a completely different fight, and then His Excellency had a visionary idea of putting you two against each other, head to head, picking your best, almost like schoolyard rules. Did you ever believe that it would actually happen?
Once His Excellency said it was going to happen, it was going to happen. Because everything he says he wants to do with his vision and paves the way for us to go out and then make it happen. But yeah, he says it's going to happen. I'm telling you, it will happen.
What would it mean for you to win this, Eddie?
It's only winning. I mean, everything else, I mean, people talk about taking part, couldn't be more irrelevant. Winning, it's the only thing that matters in sport, in life. And as Frank said, this is the fight game, the greatest sport in the world. And, you know, we're all very lucky to be working in a period now where these events are happening, and these fighters as well. You know, we want to thank, of course, Sella and His Excellency and the team who not just make the fights happen, make the event happen, make the promo happen. I think shortly you will see one of the best promos I've ever seen. These 5 have already been out to Bulgaria on a Hollywood film set, having an experience of a lifetime. And this is what it is. It's big-time boxing. It's putting boxing on the map with the major sports in the world. The purest, most beautiful, greatest sport of all is professional boxing. And now it's getting the attention it deserves, and the fans are getting the big fights and the big nights they've craved for a long time.
Frank, would you echo Eddie's sentiments there?
Every word of it. See, we agree. Every word of it. I mean, this is, you know, this, for me, I've been doing this now for 47 years, and I can't tell you how it makes you feel to be involved in this. It's like life-changing, and it's just so brilliant. And it's getting bigger and bigger. It's like this snowball coming down the hill. It's rolling down, and it's unstoppable. And event after event after event gets bigger and bigger and better. And here we are now, hopefully the first of our rivalry. And who knows, we may join ourselves together and fight somebody from the States or another part of the world. Who knows how we do this, but this is magnificent for boxing. It's magnificent for the fans. They're getting what they want. Evenly matched fights, unifications. I mean, it's all happening. It's all happening in Riyadh. It's all part of the Riyadh season, and it's just been so phenomenal and game-changing. And I'm going to repeat myself, I underestimated that in a big way. This has changed everything about boxing.
There we go. Now, this is where we're all here for. Dev, I think it's time that we find out who exactly is behind these masks.
I think it's time, Josh. Well, Frank Warren has picked the heavyweight division. Would Frank Warren's heavyweight pick please take off their mask?
Whoa! dangerous stand.
Well, he is a native of Greenwich, London, England. He has an outstanding record of 20 wins, only 2 defeats, with 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the former British, Commonwealth and WBA regular heavyweight champion, Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois. Okay, well, we've got Daniel Dubois in one corner. Will the Matchroom heavyweight pick please remove his mask? He is a native of Zagreb, Croatia. He is unbeaten with a record of 17 wins and no defeats, with 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Olympic bronze medalist and IBF mandatory challenger, Filipe El Animal Hrgović.
What a fight, eh? That is a great heavyweight fight. What a fight.
I think actually I've become a little bit of a fan of a few Queensberry fighters being part of these shows. Nick Ball, one of them, robbed last time out to become world champion.
We haven't announced Nick Ball yet.
Oh my God. No, I'm saying I'm just a fan of him. I don't know what you're going on about. I don't know why you had to say that. But in terms of Daniel Dubois, a real character and a great fighter. However, this man we've been working with for a number of years now, and in my opinion, this is an elite heavyweight in Filipe Hrgović, a guy who is on the verge of becoming world champion. We'll see what happens with the belts. We know there's a potential carrot for the winner of this fight in a massive fight, whoever that may be. But what a heavyweight matchup, Filipe Hrgović against Daniel Dubois. Great matchup, and of course, 1-0 to Matchroom.
Well, Eddie Hearn has picked the featherweight. Eddie Hearn has picked the featherweight division. There is no guarantee it's anyone that's already been named. Will the Matchroom featherweight please now take their mask off?
Whoa.
He is a native of Camden, New Jersey, USA. An outstanding record of 15 wins, no defeats with 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the reigning, defending WBA World Featherweight Champion, Raymond Savage Ford. And now it's time for the Queensberry featherweight to remove his mask again. We don't know who it is. Please remove your mask.
Oh.
Well, he is a native of Liverpool, England, an outstanding record of 19 wins, no defeats with 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the former WBC silver featherweight champion, Nick the Wrecking Ball. Okay, let's continue now. Promoter Frank Warren has picked the middleweight division. Will the Queensberry middleweight please remove their mask?
Whoa.
He is a native of Ilford, London, England, unbeaten with a record of 19 wins and no defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the reigning Commonwealth and WBC silver middleweight champion, Hamza Shiraz! Okay, it's now time for his opponent on June 1st. We asked the Matchroom middleweight to please remove your mask. Well, here's a native of Houston, Texas, USA, unbeaten with a record of 16 wins, no defeats. Introducing the former standout amateur sensation and reigning IBF North American middleweight champion, Austin Hammer Williams. Okay, well, promoter Eddie Hearn has selected the light heavyweight division. will the Matchroom light heavyweight please remove your mask? He's a native of Crystal Palace, London, England. An outstanding record of 18 wins, 3 defeats and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Craig Spider Richards. Well, let's meet his June 1st opponent. Will the Queensberry light heavyweight please remove your mask? He is a native of Carstairs, Scotland, an outstanding record of 17 wins with only 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the former world amateur champion, Willie the Hutch Train Hutchinson. Well, ladies and gentlemen, for the final pick, His Excellency has chosen for there to be another fight in the marquee division of boxing, in the heavyweight division. Will the Queensberry pick please remove your mask? Well, he's a native of Shenzhen, China, now fighting out of Bloomfield, New Jersey, USA. A record of 26 wins, 2 defeats and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Gilet Big Bang Zhang. Okay, the final pick will now be unveiled. Will the Matchroom heavyweight pick please remove your mask? He is a native of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, USA. He brings to the stage an incredible record, 43 wins, only 3 defeats and 1 draw, with an incredible 42 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the former long-reigning WBC World Heavyweight Champion, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder.
Eddie, I've got to start with you. I didn't see that one coming. Can we talk about Deontay Wilder? I think in football, that's what we call a super sub.
Super sub, indeed. His Excellency said for the wild card pick, we could find the best fighter we could. I looked at the heavyweights available. I think this man has long been one of the most dangerous punchers in the division. Coming off a defeat, I think he's going to come back more dangerous than ever. And, you know, when we spoke to Shelley and the team and Deontay, this was the obvious pick to make. Deontay Wilder against Zhilei Zhang is a massive, massive heavyweight fight between 2 punchers. And we'll see what the future holds. But for one night only, we work together. And I believe this man's going to make a real statement and get back on the heavyweight scene and produce an epic performance in Riyadh.
Well, if you're going to bring in a ringer, that's one way to do it, Eddie. Now, Frank, now you've seen the boys up close and personal on the same stage. You confident?
Yeah, look, I'm a fan of all the guys. They're a good. He's got a very, very good and strong team now. But we got belief in our guys, and I'm looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to it. This is going to be spectacular. There's so much at stake, and I know that Deontay, for example, looking at him, he knows how important this fight is to him. His career's on the line, and it's the same with Zhilei. This fight is a big, big match for them. The winner of this goes back to the top table. So everything's on the line. That's the competition. That's how competitive that fight's going to be.
Listen, before we get into the nuts and bolts of this, I'm going to come to each a quick word of how they feel about their matchup. Daniel, I'm going to start with you. You feeling confident? You look over there to the far side. Filip Hrgović, it's a big fight.
Very, very confident, you know, working hard, and I'm just ready to prove, you know. We had a spar a while back, and he keeps talking about that, so I'm going to just show him that people change, and, you know, I'm a different animal now.
Fighting words. Filip, how do you respond to that?
I hope so. He changed, because if he didn't change it, it would last few rounds only. So I hope so. He changed, man. That sparring wasn't good for him. So I hope so. You changed. And
we can save those fighting words for when we really go hammer and tong. It's a bit later on in the day. Craig, good to see you. You know who you're up against.
Yeah, good seeing you. I'd like to say, obviously, thank God, thank Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, Frank Smith and He Excellency for putting me on this show. I'm excited and can't wait.
Nick.
What's going on?
Hello, lad. Good to see you again. You happy with your music this time?
Yeah, better winning.
Listen, last time out, it was very, very close. You're up against another dangerous opponent. Confident you're going to get put some points on the board for Team Queensberry?
Yeah, always confident. It's another massive opportunity for me, thanks to His Excellency and Frank for getting me the opportunity. So, looking forward to the fight now, yeah.
Right. How would you respond?
5-0. That's all I can say. I'm going for the knockout, though.
Nice and easy. Ammo Williams, the next US star, they're saying, in Eddie Hearn's stable. Now you're in the UK. We're going to be fighting in Saudi. How you feeling? The glasses are saying you're a superstar. You got to win with them on.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. First, I just want to give thanks to everybody involved. This event is massive. It's massive, and I just want to say thank you to everybody involved in making it happen. I'm so ready to showcase my skill. I'm so ready to showcase all the investment, all the fights, everything that we've done together, me and Eddie Hearn, and it will shine through in Saudi Arabia, June 1st. Don't miss it.
Hamza, I seem to see you at every fight. You're a busy man, always looking suave.
Yep. Yeah, no, first of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty Allah for allowing me to be here today. I'd like to thank His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh for making it happen. I'd like to thank Ricky, my team, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready. June the 1st. It's going to be a Queensberry win for sure.
Willie, you can just about see Craig down there. How are you feeling?
I can't see him.
We'll take a step back. Willie, mate, you can look in his eyes.
Hello.
What's going on? You good?
Good.
Hey,
Very good.
Perfect. You look confident. Every fight, every interview I see, you're buzzing. And still that confidence today?
Yeah, I'm buzzing. Obviously, thank you very much for the Prince, the Sheikh, for giving me, and Frank and everyone giving me the opportunity to be here. And I'm as confident as confidence is through the roof. I'm looking forward to getting in the ring with this fella and having a good time and enjoying myself. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting in the ring now. I don't know if it was a good idea you giving me this mic, you know.
I know. Listen, we've only got a short amount of time. We've got some stuff to show you.
I would stay here for 2 hours if we
Listen, you get your opportunity. Don't worry, I'll come back to you a little bit later. But now, before we speak to the two giants here on the stage, I got a sneak peek of it yesterday, and I'm telling you, the acting skills are incredible. You will not see promo like this ever. The levels keep on rising. Enough talking from me. I think we run the promo.
Gentlemen, you know my rules. We'll have no around and absolutely no funny business. We're going to wait our turn and maintain our manners at all times, or this game's over before it's even begun. Frank, let's have you do the honours. Age before beauty, Eddie. Let's get some fights made. I haven't got all night.
Chop, chop, Frankie. Off you go.
Chop, chop indeed. That's a cleaver swinging, and there's a killer behind it. He's enjoying his first Friday as a butcher. When two guys come in to collect, as they always do, where's our money, they demand from his boss. Our butcher here doesn't take too kindly to the noise. He calmly asks, "Can I help you?" Before they can respond, crash. Bang. And a wallop. They wake up on the pavement the next morning. Nice sausages, though.
Cute. What a lovely bedtime story. Flip it, sweetheart.
Watch your mouth.
The jeweller. This kid's a proper diamond. Rocks, chains, watches. Knock, knock. Who's there? 3 blokes come crashing through the door. Lost Properties closed on a Monday, boys. He's smart, but some people just can't take no for an answer. I don't think this is yours, they say. The front man throws a punch. My man slipped it. Hey! He pops the next man's nose like a bloody balloon. You've broken my nose. He goes, bang! And it's outside, and a quick way down for the challenger.
Let's see what you're packing, Eddie.
Picture this. You got yourself into one of the most dangerous man's houses in the East End. You're browsing his gallery for your nan's next wall piece.
Looked after his nan. Oh.
When you come face to face with a colourful character himself and his lovely sawn-off shotgun, you slip the first shot, leaving with a shiner to remember you by. That's another one for his nan's collection.
They say if you love what you do, you'll never have to work another day in your life. He's never had a CV. Just a fist. So he got a job as a doorman. And like the saying goes, if you can't take the heat, then why are you even in the kitchen?
Talking about kitchens, this man is a cook. And he doesn't take customer feedback too well either. That's not the way I like it. Get back in there and make me another, the customer says. Wallop. Now, that's one way to enjoy a haggis.
It's the ones that work in the shadows are the ones you want to look out for. He shouts at my lad, get over here and clean this blood off the canvas. My lad stepped inside the ring. Where's your mop? He said he'd clean the floor with him. Night-night.
I can always respect a man that takes out the rubbish.
This lot in the same room's going to be trouble. Come on, then.
This man's an artist. My lad's a perfectionist, a visionary, fists like cast iron. His boss comes over. What's taking you so long? I'm thinking, he says. Next minute, it's bang.
Now, houses aren't this man's forte. He liked fixing cars and breaking jaws. If you happen to find your way into this man's garage looking for trouble, saying things like, should I trash the place? Should I burn the place? You're generally leaving toothless, I'm afraid.
Last two cards, gents.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some wear tyres and ride double-deckers. So when someone disrupts his peaceful commute, crash, his head through the window.
This man's been behind the wheel all day. What does he see? Some nabbing some old girl's handbag. He hammers his foot to the pedal. He steps out of the taxi to finish the job right there on the pavement. She even tipped him a fiver.
June the 1st, make sure your mob are there.
Troops assembled.
Shake hands, boys. Let's have a fair fight.
If you, but listen, if you do another one of them, I'm serious, it could be a career.
That was just an incredible experience. We were filming for about 6 hours on that table. And as I said, all of these fighters flew out to Bulgaria for a couple of days. And I just want to, you know, I know we're all forever thanking His Excellency, but thank you not just for making the fights, but the vision for boxing and allowing these fighters to express themselves and showcase their personality and their stories. And I know every one of these guys absolutely loved it. And it's how you spin a narrative. It's how you tell a story that gets people excited. And that was absolutely brilliant. I mean, I thought Frank was very good. I was sensational, but, you know.
It never stops. A career change for any of you boys on this table? Slightly easier acting than doing what you're doing.
They're not going to give up their day jobs.
Now, His Excellency surprised us with a pick at heavyweight, so I think it's time we hear from the fighters from the weight division that he chose. Deontay, the super sub. In England, we might call you a ringer, which means when you get a player who doesn't usually play for you that's very good. How are you feeling being up here?
I feel good. Man, it's a blessing just to be back in the scenes of everything. I'd like to thank Frank, Warren, Queensberry, Eddie Hearn's, Matchroom promotion. Nobody ever thought with me and old Eddie would be working together. So this is an ultimate surprise right here. And like Eddie said to Frank, you know, it's a shame that we can't work together in the business of boxing. This is what it's all about. The best fighting the best promoters going against the best promoters, to putting fighters together. And I love the scenery. I love how Your Excellency, you know, Turkey come in and his staff, and they rearrange and change the way boxing is promoted and done. And I'm looking for that acting career after. Yeah. You don't have to get hit. But, you know, I'm looking forward to the fight. Zhang, I respect Zhang. He's a good fighter, and I respect him for that. But it's my time, you know. I've been through a lot, you understand me? And I've had to regroup. I've had to get myself together. And things just don't change overnight. Things don't change for the next fight or so. You have to keep working. You have to keep pushing. You have to keep working. You have to keep pushing, keep working, keep pushing until you get what you want. And I'm at this point in time where I'm narrowing it down. And come the night of the fight, we'll see if I got it or not. This fight, I'm holding it as my last stance, my last chance, you know, and that's what I'm taking it accordingly as, you know. And I'm just ready to do what I'm known to do. You understand? To be the Wilder that I am. You know, I lost my love and the passion for this business. I lost my hunger for so many different reasons, you know. But now I'm in an opportunity where I'm dealing with people that love the craziness, that love the wildness of Wilder, the love that Wilder that say he want a body on his record, Wilder. And it's amazing to be around people that appreciate what they see in front of them. It's amazing to be, you know, tied into people that love what we do. People don't understand what we do and how we have to do it and get to that point. This is not an easy task that we do. Boxing is strictly a business. It's not a sport for me. I always say the business of boxing, and that's what it is accordingly. We risk our lives for you guys' entertainment, and here I am again. I'm not playing around this time. I have nothing to lose. I feel like I've lost a lot of things in my life, even some of the closest people in my life. So I don't feel like I have nothing else to lose, but only to gain. And this fight, we're going to tell, we're going to see. It's enough of the talking. I even told my team, I don't want to hear how good I look, I am, this and this. I'm not going to even be posting too much this time around because I mean business. I can feel the desire and the sensation in my heart again. That hunger, that monster, that beast is coming back. The pain that I've endured over these last years, it's going to be, you will see what I'm talking about comes the night of the fight. So good luck to all, and to all a good night.
Strong words there from Deontay. You can see it means a lot. And the man that's going to be on the other end of that pain that Deontay is channeling is Zhang. Zhang, you're representing, you're His Excellency's pick. You're representing Team Queensberry. You're up against one of the most destructive punchers in the division. You are one of the most destructive punchers in the division. You looking to end this one early?
在经历过这一番陈词之后啊，你觉得在比赛的当天，你有机会提前终结这个比赛吗？
首先再次来到伦敦，感谢 His Excellency， 感谢 Queensberry， 感谢沃伦，再一次让我站到世界顶级的舞台上面。博尔德是一个重炮手，实力非常强悍。 但是我要小心，非常小心。然后，但是我也是一个技术型的重炮手。如果我看到机会，我手下不会手软。
First of all, it's a pleasure for me to be in London again. Thank you to His Excellency. Thank you to Frank Warren for making this happen. Wilder across the table, he's the heaviest puncher in boxing. It's very dangerous. I have to be really careful, really cautious. But when the opportunity shows itself, I'm not going to hold back.
There we go. Strong words. Prediction, you're going to get that win. It's going to be a knockout. Guys, I think that is all we got time for. You'll hear from these fighters in the build-up to this huge event. I could stand up here and talk to you guys all day. Feels like we're just getting started. But it's only right now that we stand and we get some photos. Team v team, Frank and Eddie, Queensberry against Matchroom, 5v5. I can't wait. And I know the media are absolutely buzzing that we finally get to see who's representing each promotional outfit. Thank you very much. But guys, don't go too far, because we do have a very special guest, which Dev Sani will let you know more about in just a moment after these photos.
Face-off, individual face-offs, and then His Excellency's coming down to do a group picture.
Here we go. That was as exciting as it gets.
Epic.
Exciting as it gets. Honestly, like, with no confidence, can you pick winners there? You can't. It's just frightening.
No, just quickly though on that promo, how good was that?
Oh my lord!
Out of all the ones they've done, that's the best so far.
I can't wait to get out of here because there's no Wi-Fi in this building to go and watch it again as soon as I get outside. That was the best promo. If you are a Lock, Stock and Snatch fan, a fan of Guy Ritchie, that was that.
It was
amazing.
It was unbelievable. And you think they can't do any better, and all of a sudden they come up with that. That was literally, I wanted to sit down and give it popcorn. It was like a movie, wasn't it? It was unbelievable stuff. But these matchups are also unbelievable. They really are. And they are genuinely 50-50 fights. You might have a favourite in each fight, and I sort of do as well. But you can genuinely see where the other one could and maybe should win.
Yeah, I mean, what I love about Dubar in this one, Dan, is that obviously, look, he had a bad sparring situation with Hrgovic. He hasn't let that kind of affect his choice here. He's like, you know what, put me back in with him. I don't care if he beat me in sparring, let's go in the real thing.
Yeah, and I think he's managed his confidence on fight night, overcoming the defeats and looking very good last time against Miller. I think he's exercised some demons and he brings a lot of confidence into this, but Filip Hrgovic is just a wrecking ball. He wants to destroy everyone in front of him, and he understands the importance of this fight to really push on and try and capture a world title.
Now, this one, Raymond Ford, the champion, versus Nick Ball. Obviously, Nick Ball, who challenged Ray Vargas for the WBC title. I thought won that fight, but the judges gave it to Ray Vargas. He gets another title shot against Ray Ford. This one is styles. You got the American slick style against the rampaging bull that is Nick Ball.
This is two fighters on form at their peaks. I think Nick Ball should be a WBC champion here, but Ray Ford, to go with the beautiful skills that he's shown throughout his career, showed in his last fight by winning the title an innate toughness to pull a fight out of the bag with that 12th round stoppage. So you've got either guy here that have shown pretty much everything what you need to be a champion. And this is a real hard fight to pick. It really is. You see Ford put on a masterclass. You can see Nick Ball just weighing him down, and getting him late.
And this is your weight division. I'm going to you on this one, your old division. This one, again, I haven't got a clue. Hamza Shiraz versus Ammo.
Of all of them, I may call this the real 50-50. I'm with Barry. They're all very, very close, but I struggle to pick the winner here. Shiraz has looked so good. Ammo in his last fight in Las Vegas looks brilliant. I think it's career best performance.
Look at his
Confidence from both of them are going to be so high.
I want to get on the stage.
Ironically, right, this is a fantastic fight. This might end up being, I think, Ball and Ford might be the best fight. This might be the next one to rival that. But I actually favour Shiraz. This is the one fight that I think Shiraz has looked fantastic.
Look at the face-off. This is one of those where they will stay there for minutes. Look at that. Shiraz always slick now, isn't it? I like it. He's almost changed his style, little shirt, a waistcoat.
He was brilliant in Poland. Yeah, he was in the last summer. He was absolutely fantastic.
How did he make 154 pounds? Hamza Shiraz. Like, honestly. Craig Richards, Willie Hutchinson. Now this one, if you're Eddie, let's be brutally honest. Eddie's going to think, I've got my guy here. I've got my guy here. Willie Hutchinson, obviously, look, by the way, he's got the WBC International Light Heavyweight strap. But Craig Richards has fought at a higher level. Dimitri Bivol, Joshua Boatsi. Yes, he's got defeats, but he looks really good, so we know where he is.
Yeah, this is a big unknown, I think, for Willie Hutchinson, who's obviously a talent, and he's shown that. And he's recouped from his defeat, let's not forget that. But he hasn't boxed at the level that Craig Richards has has competed at. Let's not forget, he took Dimitri Bivol right to the wire in the pandemic, of course. So, you know, and also just coming off a good, decent win himself. So this is a really good fight, but you have to say there is a favourite there in Craig Richards.
Yeah, indeed. I remember Eddie at the Liam Dillon, I remember it was Liam Dillon Bellotti fight. Eddie was saying he wanted it to be Yard versus Richards. That's what Eddie's dream. I know that's a tough one, isn't it? It is Hutchinson who's got an opportunity here, you never know. And now we have the Giants, the big boys. Former WBC champion Deontay Wilder looking to rebound from that loss to Joseph Parker. And Zhang looking to rebound from that loss to Joseph Parker.
I spoke to Andy Lee on Saturday and I asked him what was Joe Parker's reaction to Zhang's power. And he said it's out of this world. He's never felt power like it. And you remember, he's been in the ring with Wilder as well. So this fight is a battle of two huge punchers. And they desperately, both of them need a win here to keep their careers on track, to push on towards those world title shots. This is a must-win. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic matchup. I mean, the fact that it is winners stay on, I mean, you could have, and look, this is me playing dream matchup here, if Wilder does win, I know AJ wants a dance partner in London in September, if Wilder gets the job done...
Mate, in all divisions, in the heavyweight division, there's only one good win from being back in the mix.
We told you about the point system, guys. Double bubble for your captain. So this, you have to be incredibly strategic. You're looking at your team, you've just seen them face off. I think now is the perfect time. You've seen them eye to eye, you've seen a glint and a glimmer of something. I'm going to come to you, Eddie, first. Who is going to be your captain? Who, if he scores a TKO, 2 points, a win, 1 point, ref's decision. So that's going to be double bubble. It's going to count for twice as much. Eddie, who is your captain going to be?
Yeah, I mean, this format, the captain's pick is very important because double the points, it could be the difference between winning and losing. We've got a fantastic team. I'm very proud of all of them. Today, I looked them all in the eye and I looked into the souls and I wanted to make sure this guy who I pick as captain will bring absolutely everything. And the Matchroom captain for June the 1st is the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder, bomb squad, look at that. Looks regal. It looks like he can carry the weight of the captaincy on his shoulders. It's nothing new to him. Now, Frank, you've got the joy of going second. You've seen who this man has picked as captain, who he thinks is going to get double bubble against Zhang. Frank, who's your captain, the captain of Queensberry?
He's somebody I've got the utmost faith in. I've got faith in all the guys. He's been with me from day one. He's a phenomenal fighter. And I love watching him in the ring, and his last couple of performances, he's done everything you could ask him in absolute style. So, as you've guessed, the captain is Hamza Shiraz.
Hamza Shiraz, captain. His points are worth double bubble. The jeopardy is definitely here. Now, can I get the fighters to join group photo on stage? Because the surprises keep coming. I'm going to leave it to Dev, because we have a massive surprise here in a day of surprises. Dev Sani, take it away.
Thank you very much, Josh Denzel. Well, as we know, on May the 18th, the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. We've seen the undisputed belt up on the screen. Now let's see it in person, and we've got someone very, very special to bring it out. Let's introduce him. He's a native of Panama City, Panama. He retired with over 100 wins in his career. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the former lightweight, welterweight, super welterweight, and middleweight world champion, simply one of the greatest fighters in history, Roberto Hands of Stone Duran. Between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. What a belt, and what a fighter holding that belt. Okay, everyone, just hold on stage for now. We have another...
The great Roberto Duran on stage. What do you make of the belt?
Look, it means an awful lot. It means an awful lot. It's different.
Okay, that was quick. We're going to go back. His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh is now on stage.
And before His Excellency comes to the stage, let's bring the main event out here to the front. Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. Undisputed light heavyweight championship on the line. The main event on June the 1st.
I mean, look at that. Stage here, Dmitry Bivol on stage as well. Artur Beterbiev, the great Roberto Duran, Hands of Stone, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, Frank Warren, you can see on the side there. Tug the Buff is there. Everyone's on stage.
The who's who.
Hold my mic, I'm getting on stage.
You're the only one missing.
I'm the only one. I'm the only one. Honestly, though, what an incredible announcement. 5 versus 5. Remember it, June 1st, live on the Zone. Beterbiev versus Bivol. We've seen some of the names. Zhang versus Wilder. Dubois versus Hergovich. Nick Bull versus Raymond Font. On and on and on and on. It's been an incredible performance. It's been an incredible press conference. And we will see you, don't forget, this Saturday, live on the Zone. It is the big one, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Goodbye from me, goodbye from Barry, goodbye from Darren, goodbye from all of us.